All right. Hi, I'm Geoff Michalak, the Integrated Business Planning Manager at Armacell. I'd like to talk to you today about how we spent the last year working with the LMA team, Lisa Anderson and her team. We worked on a lot of different things, really trying to target process improvements and improving our OTIF. LMA does a fantastic job of diving right into your data. They're not a typical consultant where they come in and take your watch and tell you what time it is. They really dive into your processes, what you're doing, and they don't have a set agenda. They're not trying to push you towards a program or a certain system. They ask the questions of what do you want to be when you grow up? What are you looking to achieve? What do you want to change and improve on? At Armacell, we knew we needed to improve on customer service level throughout our plants. We also utilize distribution centers across the US. So how can we gather the data from all of these different areas and combine it to improve everywhere? So one of the things they really did was they dove in with our customer service team to understand the process, find improvements, set a certain process across our different plants, 4 different plants. Also looking at distribution, we have 6 distribution centers. So how are we replenishing our inventory? How are we then backtracking to our production planners? So they worked with our production planners, they worked with our replenishment team, ensured that everyone was on the same page, no more silos, getting people connected, working together. That also tied into our inventory management across the Americas, really trying to understand how we can improve our working capital while still improving our service level. Looking at our slow moving, getting rid of that, redistributing product across our distribution network to ensure that we're meeting the customer's needs in different areas, say the Pacific Northwest versus New England. One of the things that they really came in and tackled was understanding our ERP system and explaining the details of what we were doing right, but also what we were doing wrong and where we could improve. But then taking that knowledge and ensuring that we had a training system in place, we had processes in place to ensure that, again, everyone was doing the same thing and it was uniform across the board. Really setting that process between plants was huge. They started with our biggest facility, understood it, built up the process, tweaked through any bugs, and then implemented it across other ones one by one. And they did a fantastic job. Another portion was really improving our SIOP process and improving the ownership of our entire supply chain of each portion, looking at our capacity constraints, understanding the demand planning, how it tied together, not just passing it on to someone and saying, here, this is what you do, but explaining to them in detail, this is how the process works. This is the portion that you own. This is the portion that's connected. So if you need to go to a salesperson or the IT team to really understand, they helped put those connections network together. So speaking of network, that was one of the things that they do a fantastic job of, is going in, speaking to people, building that relationship, understanding what each person's role is, and then how they connect and bringing those teams together. So that way you have a better understanding moving that process forward. One of the things that happened to Armacell in 2019 was they had a cyber attack. There was a lot of systems that were down. So the cleanup was more than a year. So when LMA came in, there was still a lot of cleanup from that cyber attack. So not just working through our systems, but even outside Excel spreadsheets and understanding what people were doing to try to circumvent the issues they were having. And then also taking that knowledge in those outside systems or spreadsheets and bringing it back into the ERP system, really working with the teams. When we looked at OTIF last year, when they came in, we were hovering around 40 to 45%. Within the last year, we've improved up to above 85 with a couple weeks going above 90. We've been trending positive ever since. So really taking all of the processes and departments, working together to find little improvements, some big improvements, and really trying to tackle them to improve our service level to our customers. A lot of that comes into the data analysis. They have a wide-ranging team. Some members I've never met, but they will dig into your data and find a way to make it work. We have an open order report that's very difficult to understand, but they took multiple reports, merged them together to get the data we needed because we couldn't quite do it in our own BI system. So I give a ton of kudos to LMA and the entire team. I'm really going to miss working with them, but whoever's next in line, you're getting a great team and you'll be in great hands. Thank you.